That repeated in 1949. Chiang Kai-shek retreated to the south side of Yangtze River. That's why he lost all China. Mao took over northern China. That's why he took over whole China. Chiang Kai-shek had to leave China to Taiwan. That's the problem of Taiwan. Taiwan now is a Republic of China. Mainland is People's Republic of China. Both sides claim one China, but who is managing China? Republic of China or the People's Republic of China? So Dorgang took over northern China, then he took over whole China. Manchus took over China. So that's how Manchus took over China. The first thing Manchu did was to put the knives on the shoulders of the Chinese. Do you like your head on the shoulder? The Chinese gonna answer yes. Perfect match. I love my head on my shoulder. If you want to keep it, change your hairstyle from terracotta soldier hairstyle, the knot on the top, to pigtail. The pigtail was telling the Chinese, be obedient to the Manchus. Manchus were not barbarians. We are coming here sent by the God, heavenly God, Jade Emperor, to make the middle land prosperous, to eliminate the surrounding barbarians. That's why they shaved the forehead, the side, and the back, make the middle part a long braid. So that was a political hairstyle from the Manchus to brainwash the Chinese, obedient to the Manchu rulers. And this is not enough. Why you are listening to us? Because we charge you 10% of your output as taxation. Chinese became delighted. You are good leaders. For 2,200 years, we've been paying. That means before the Qing Empire, we've been paying half. Farmers were always paying half. Like Britannia, to pay the king, also half. The farmers pay half to the king. And the emperor always charged half of the farmer's income as taxation. So that made the Chinese very happy. Good leaders, you only charge us 10%. Manchus kept their promise for over 200 years. They never charged over 10%. So that made Chinese population grew very fast in 100 years from 100 million to 400 million. Taxation set up a lid for the population. That's why China now, government, they don't have to do birth control. They just keep adding tax. Population is stable. We have 17% VAT in China. Value adding tax, higher than your GST. When you have such a high taxation, when you pay half of income to the funds, to the insurance, to the medical care, to the pension fund, you can't afford more than one or more than two. That's why the government now is saying you can have two births, but most people are choosing to have one. And also a lot of younger generation, they choose to stay think, double income, no kids, because taxation is too heavy. So that's why we are calling the Communist Party now the taxation party. But we understand the heavy tax because of the upside down pyramid structure population. We have too many seniors on the top. And because of birth control, we have less younger generation to support the pension and medical care system. And that's why we are willing to pay this tax, because tax goes to the infrastructure, goes to the pension, goes to the medical care. And on the right, we are passing the high-speed railway, 350 kilometers, faster than the train yesterday you took. This high-speed railway is connecting Beijing and Changping. Last March, we had nothing there. And the last September, we finished the bridge. And this September, we finished the tunnel in the Granite Mountains. And these months, we had the train running 350 kilometers per hour on that. And that was for experimental ride. At the end of this year, we're going to have the train ride from Beijing to Chongqing. Chongqing is a city for the coming Winter Olympics, snow skiing, sports. Because Beijing is going to be focused in about more than 2 years, 2022, 3 years. Beijing is going to host the Winter Olympics, and we don't have come to how to build the wall. First, you need huge steamers. Steaming the dirt. You need to collect the dirt, then you steam the dirt. Yes?
How long's the tunnel for the houses?
Depends, because some tunnel could be about 5 kilometers, some tunnel 2 kilometers, because it goes through different mountains. Because we are now in a mountain range called Yanshan Mountain Range. If you read map of China, this is in the north. We have many mountains connected, layers.
1 kilometers through that mountain.
How many kilometers?
Yeah.
In total from Beijing to Chongli is 150 kilometers. If you drive there, it's about 2 hours. If you take the train, it's about less than half an hour. Yeah, so they are building that for the athletes to commute between Beijing and Chongli. Yeah. And you need big steamers to steam the dirt, to kill the insects in the dirt, to kill the seeds of the grass, so nothing grow in the dirt. And also the steaming gonna make the dirt very sticky. Then they carry the dirt all the way up to the top of the mountain onto the granite foundation. They use a ram, a big piece of rock, to ram the dirt into a solid layer. At the same time, they added limestone powder. They fire the limestone, then smash the limestone powder. They mix it with steam the dirt. And when they were ramming, they add sticky rice soup in it. So sticky rice soup, limestone powder, and steam the dirt make up the wall. That's how they build the wall. Outside the wall, they coated the bricks. You can imagine to transport the sticky rice from South China through the Grand Canal. We're talking about rice never grow in the north. They are from the south and transported by boat all the way from Yangtze to Grand Canal, then all the way up to Yellow River, then to Beijing, to different part of the Great Wall. Then unload, then cooked, then they mixed with the dirt and the limestone powder. So that's how they build the wall. For us, Great Wall of China look like a brick wall. Actually, yes, outside is brick, inside is dirt, packed dirt. If you take away the bricks, you like to make a hole in the wall, it's very difficult. You use a chisel, try to push in the wall, you can only make a white dot. That is how solid the wall is on the left hand side. If you think about how to carry the granite up there, top of the sheer cliff, how do they manage to bring up the bricks and the dirt and everything to build the wall? So that is how great the people is. It's not just how great the wall is. When we go to the Forbidden City tomorrow, compared with this, Forbidden City is a small piece of cake. It's nothing. If you think about the labor involved in the Great Wall of China. I'll give you one example, 1920. I read a journal written by a photographer from the United States. He hired 3 camels and he left Beijing. First day, he didn't come to the wall until the 3rd day. He had to stay overnight in the villages he passed. And the 3 camels, one for carrying the camera, other 2 was for carrying the glass panels, for taking photos. Because today, camera is in our phone. We want to take a picture, we take out our phone, and we take a picture, we take a video. But for him, back in 1920, 100 years ago, he need to hire the camel, donkey, all the way from Beijing here, set up the tripod, put on the camera, then put in the camera the panels of the glasses to take pictures. So that was how difficult in 1920. Now you think about 600 years ago, 2,000 years ago, how difficult to transport every single piece of brick up here. And also the granite and also the sticky rice. That is amazing. And that's why when Nixon was here in 1972, he said something to himself. This is truly a great wall. And some green things, they are for protecting the trees. Because now in China, we are doing reforestation campaign around whole China. In the north, in the western desert, we are having a lot of trees being planted and transplanted. That's why in winter, we need to protect the young baby trees because they were just transplanted from the plant nursery farms. We are protecting them because in Beijing, winter time, we can reach to -20. When the temperature drops to -20, we need some protection for the the trees, for the newly planted trees.
Thank you.